Hey, I'm Cole.
I'm Kenyon.
I'm Kwame.
And I review bad self-help.
And we put it into our daily lives so you don't have to.
This week, I picked it's a pretty popular self-help activity.
Ooh.
Millions of people have done it.
For some reason that makes me feel more scared.
Every time he says that,
You know what? Millions of people have done genocide. And that really is not.
When he says some shit like that, he's like, "This one is whenever he like pauses, he does that. He's that same tone. Millions of people are doing. Like, it's gonna be insane.
It's really bad because you're trying to soften the blow
like
by being like,
bloodletting
hey,
or some
a lot of
shit.
people.
Wait, can I guess what it is before you say? It's gonna be that thing where people will do like the suction cups on their back. You know what I'm talking about, Kenny?
What the
Oh,
hell?
actually,
A lot of celebrities do it. They're like little
I don't
suction
think
cup,
millions of people have put suction.
little suction cup bullshits on the back. Or
You're
whatever the
so
fuck.
disconnected from the upper class.
I know what I know what I'm talking about,
you're
man. I
just
see fucking
making up
celebrities on
random-
Instagram and shit. That
You
do
actually
they
don't
do
even
the suction
know.
cup bull. I'll pull it up. You fucking all right, fucking listeners. You write in. You tell it's you know what I'm talking about. It's the suction cup bullshits on your back. You know what I mean?
No, I really don't know what you mean at all.
You want me to pull up a picture? Dude, whatever. Say what you're gonna say because I know what I'm talking about. It's a real thing.
Okay, so it's a very popular self-help activity, very popular team building activity. A lot of office workers do it.
Mass shootings. You're so really nothing builds the team like just fucking hiding under a desk together, embracing.
What is
We were so much more productive after we were clinging in each other's arms when Steve finally fucking lost it.
What is it? The fact that you keep building it up so
Yeah,
much
it
is
really scares
scaring the
me,
shit out
yeah.
of me.
After you do it, you don't fear. They say you don't fear anything anymore.
I get.
It's fucking lobotomy.
Yeah.
fucking cut out.
This is like that.
a
Yeah, it's
portion of
that
my
scene in Get
goddamn-
Out where he's like, "No, a little small part of you will always live on."
fucking cut out a portion of my skull.
Yeah.
No, but it's firewalking.
I'll kill you. You don't know what firewalking is?
Yeah, you're gonna
Like
make
walking on hot coals
You're
and
gonna make
shit?
us walk on coals.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
You're like an actual piece of shit.
No.
You're like an actual
That's
fucking
one of the most popular things.
You're a fucking awful human being.
No, this is
You're an awful fucking human being. You're an
Yeah,
awful human
normally
being.
it's like
I hate you.
someone said that fucking you should visualize your future in your head and it'll appear, and we're like, that's stupid, and that's the podcast, and that's easy, and that's fun. And recently you've been making me drink piss, and now you're gonna make me get second-degree burns, and I don't even think this is for listeners.
what
I
do
think
you-
this is for you.
Yeah,
No
what-
one has ever gotten a second-degree burn from it. Maybe first-degree burn, but they say
First degree is worse. First degree is the worst one, isn't it?
no.
No,
No.
it isn't.
They describe first-degree burns just as like a little kiss. So
a little kid. I burned myself before. That shit hurts.
No, it's really bad.
It's fucking painful.
I've never burned my hand in an oven. I'm like, just like Julia. You know what I mean? It's never been a fucking thought.
no, but this is I mean, office workers do this. Kenyon.
I knew when you were hyping it up that it was gonna be bad.
How is this bad?
What do you mean? How's this bad?
What do you mean? I could burn the shit
how
out
do
of
you
my
think this
fucking
is
feet.
for? Do you understand?
People
that-
pay $5,000 to do this over a weekend.
People pay $5,000 to do a lot of fucking things. people pay a lot of fucking money to do a lot of horrific things to themselves and other people.
I really don't, because it really is, I think, a power play on your part where you.
Shitty.
It's like, homeless fights where they pay two bums to fight each other. That's essentially what this podcast is. You take two disadvantaged people.
No, I'll do this one too.
You're gonna walk through fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't feel pain.
Yeah. I don't. The ant that we finally see the it's like the Terminator. The gears. We see it for the first time.
Yeah, I think
Turns it back,
I'll invite you guys over for a barbecue one day.
and you're gonna pour the coals on the ground. And we have to walk.
That's not even professional firewall. That's not how they do that.
Well, I mean,
Is that how you're gonna do it? Is you're gonna
Yeah.
pour fucking your coals?
This is like the
You're
most
goddamn-
white trash
You're
way
a
to go
fucking
about.
monster. You're a monstrous human being.
Yeah, people pay $5,000 for
Well,
like
yeah,
professional. This
That is
guy's
what-
about to just
how
light
do you?
grass
How are we
on
gonna
fire.
do? Is there like a place in
they don't
Chicago?
pay $5,000 for professionals. They pay
Answer the
$5,000
question.
for Tony Robbins to do it.
Answer the question: is there a place that we're gonna like go to in Chicago, like the Rage Room, shouldn't do this? Or are you gonna do this like in your backyard?
In my backyard.
No. What the? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
We're gonna get seriously hurt. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, Spotify though.
Oh,
Think of
you're
the
gonna burn the shit out
Eye
of me.
on the prize.
You're gonna hurt me.
Sit in your head and visualize the iTunes downloads as you are unable to walk,
Monstrous.
possibly for the rest.
It's a very clear science.
You're gonna use coals from a grill that was used to cook chicken, and I have to fucking walk.
Yeah,
on
and
it.
we're gonna burn ourselves walking. You know what the saddest part is? It's for It's just for people to listen to us, and then hopefully go, those guys are funny, and you'll literally burn yourself. People say, what are you willing to do to succeed? And you're like, people are like, maybe you should just write better jokes. But instead I'm like, no, I'll just burn my legs, so I'll just set myself on fire.
Only 1% of people ever even suffer any sort of like burn, and it's
Not a
usually
real
like a
statistic.
blister.
Yeah, that's from like a bullshit.
That's
No.
bullshit.
No, it's not.
It was at the Firewalkers Union gave you that fucking stat.
Yeah.
Who the fuck told you that shit?
The HR department, 1%. That's but
Do you think corporations would put their office workers through this?
Corporations put much.
you can't even sit there your own talk. You're breaking character in your own talk.
I mean, corporations, start revolutions in Venezuela for profit. So yeah, they burn their fucking.
Yeah, do you think they would willingly put their workers through something that, in your guys' eyes, would generate massive amounts of workers' comp?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
Yeah, they do worse.
like what?
Give us 80-hour work days that increase the American suicide rate. I think they would burn the shit out of it. They don't give a fuck. How are we gonna do? I mean, how are we
Probably
gonna?
you've never even been near an office.
I read things. I read things. How does it not hurt you? I want to get where you're
I
getting
think
this
your
stat.
general life is probably more dangerous and painful.
We're
than
talking about Firewalking.
fire-
How does this not hurt you?
So the people that put on the firewalking, they like to portray it as like it's a mind over matter thing, that you're like literally conquering the fire when you walk over it.
So I just have to feel like my skin is not melting. That's what it is. I just have to visualize.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think, that you're like, by sheer force of will, that you're able to walk on fire.
I feel like my whole life's kind of been a firewalking weird.
Yeah, I've been
Where it's like
fucking-
I should have been dead, and I've just like kept walking for some reason. Like, no, this is like a summer's day. I think I'll be able to like live there. I think I'll just be like, I think I'm moving in.
people on the sidelines. Stop, please.
Yeah. And I'm just,
Please, you don't have to do this.
Sitting on a couch that's engulfed in flames. Like, what are you doing? It's Christmas. This is how life works. Everything's bad.
But yeah, it's actually like a very just like coals when they burn. They produce like a layer of ash over them, and the ash like insulates very badly. So
that's why it doesn't burn you. So it's a science.
It's really not that hot.
no, it's not hot at all. It's like, so if you put the
Oh, now you're kind of taking the fun out of why you even do it if it's not that extreme.
But it could still burn you though, right?
yeah, there's some ways it could burn you, but it's like, so if you turn your oven to 400 degrees, and then just put your hand in the oven, like it doesn't feel like 400 degrees as if you were touching the metal, because air doesn't transfer like heat that well. You know what I'm talking about?
This is like the Charlie Brown thing where you start going, "Meh, meh, 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 meh." We're just staring at Cole thinking about stuff. We're like,
Does that make sense though?
yeah.
400 degrees. And I'm like, yeah.
Cole's
I
like,
got
does that make sense? I'm like sitting there thinking, I was like, what did chickens dream about? Wait, Quad means about my word. Like, no. Did I go to Taco Bell twice
I
yesterday?
feel like I'm back in sophomore science class. He was like, convection and positive energy. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, Kwame, have you written a single thing down that I've been talking about? Yeah.
yeah. No.
But yeah, so ash doesn't like transfer heat that well. So while the coals may be super hot, you're stepping on the ash. And the only way people do get burned is if they step on it like they panic and they start running, because then you're stepping too hard.
So you have to like slowly walk on it.
Yeah.
This is like some Saw-esque.
Yeah, it really is.
Fucking stick my hand in
Because
the tube
my
and pull the
mentality
razor
was
blade.
I was just gonna say fuck it and bum rush it, but you're
Yeah.
saying if I do that, I'll get
Shouldn't even
burned.
say anything because I want to watch him burn the shit out of him as he trips and his face falls onto the
yeah.
fucking coal.
That's the other way you can hurt yourself, is if you trip and you just fall like face first into the
Fucking
coal.
insane.
But now I'm like legitimately worried about that. I think that's a very real possibility. Is I be clumsily falling on coals and burning my. Can you imagine? Like I'm saying, like I'm like Two-Face now, and I'm permanently scarred. Like what happened? I'm like I used to have a podcast. I just start the story with.
Used to. You would quit the pod if you burned yourself. You would quit the pod. We'd have to change the logo so his face is half
It
burnt.
wouldn't be a video podcast anymore
Yeah,
either.
the component would be
It
off.
really would be pretty brutal. Like I'll see you know, it's like there have been some of, and one of the guys doesn't have an eye anymore. You're like, oh my god. It really go all. We're gonna get brought by Gimlet in like a week.
Begging on the street, please listen.
Flamine sitting there with like no arms. you have third-degree burns all over your body.
Please listen to the podcast.
Yeah, it really just ends with like a funeral. It really just ends with like it's like, and then this week we lost Kwame, and it could have been a tragic. It turns out that the whole Human Torch thing, where you cover yourself in oily rags and light yourself on fire to achieve your true self, does not work.
But yeah, so you can actually go on YouTube and watch videos of people tripping and falling on coals. There's like millions of them for some reason.
I assume they're all.
not
I
making
assume
me
they're all
feel-
saved to a personal playlist that you have on your. hard drive.
Yeah. So this is that's Cole's porn. Really, like,
millions of videos.
There's videos like you can see Oprah walking on fire on YouTube. Her video is kind of funny because Tony Robbins comes up to her and
Who is Tony Robbins? Like,
Tony Robbins is a real self-help guru kind of guy.
he's like the most popular like self-help. Like he I think he's coming to Chicago soon.
How have we not done any of his shit?
He just has so much stuff.
So much garbage. That
It's just He's like a 6 foot like 5 like a handsome dude, and so like I don't know.
Guys are, yeah, let me tell you how to live life. I'm like, yeah, be me. I feel like every time I interact with person, like, what are you talking about, dude? I'm like, yeah, it's if I was you,
Yeah,
things
pretty
would be a lot
goddamn
better.
easy.
He looks like an Olympus like god, and he's like, yeah, just be confident.
Yeah, it's super easy when you got a 10-inch dick and a 6-pack to believe in yourself. But some of us, we need to fucking invent
You gotta
something.
have a fucking personality.
Yeah, I gotta like go cure cancer just to go fucking look a girl in the face at a bar.
But yeah, you can see like a video of like him telling Oprah, because he's the one that puts on these like firewalking, like it's part of his self-help thing where he has it's like his Power Within conference, and it like culminates in like a firewalking. But you can see him like telling Oprah, he's like, hey, what's the worst that can happen?
Severe burns
Yeah,
on
you
your
burn
face.
the shit out of
Those
yourself.
are these are very reasonable
You never
things
walk
to be
again.
worried
That's
about.
the worst that can happen.
But that's what he tells. He's like, yeah, the worst that can happen. What, you burn your feet and die?
But you just said you could trip and fall, possibly burn my eyes, possibly be blinded
Yeah.
for a podcast.
Would it like how bad would it burn? If it like how bad could it burn you? Like
I mean, if you sat in it for like 10 seconds after you fell, it would be bad. But just like
That's super easy to do.
briefly touching it.
my fucking god.
That's like
Jesus
that's like a very easy thing.
But I'm just saying, like imagining, like like imagine like how long if like the coals are spread out, you fall. All right, now that's 1 second. You're on the fucking coal.
Yeah.
Now you got to reorient yourself. You're screaming. That's 2 seconds. Right? 3 seconds. You're pushing yourself off the fucking coal. I mean, you're fucked. You're fucked.
You're at the very least burning your hand.
Like you're
They're
fucked.
very thin coal paths. It's not like a huge like pit of coal that
That
they
shit,
just
if I
like
fall
throw-
and that shit just like spreads everywhere, and now I'm just burning in the ground. I mean, that's that's a nightmare scenario.
That's the Facebook promo.
That is fucking.
That's the promo we're posting on Facebook. Is one of us flinching in a
flailing around.
It's just 20 seconds of him screaming in absolute agony. And then our intro music plays.
We review, so you don't have to. Ah! Ah! Just cry.
And then we're like, firewalking, no good.
Cool. I'm Kenyon, and that was Kwame before the firewalking.
But I mean, people in offices like HR department, accounting
Why do you
departments, they
keep
all do
pointing
this.
people in offices like these are the standards of whatever the fuck people in offices do? That means it's safe.
Because some middle-aged man
Yeah,
can
they're
do it.
not going to do anything that really hurts their life because they live a good life.
So now
Like
you're pro
Oprah did
firewalking, is
it.
what you're saying.
Huh?
So now you're pro firewalking.
I mean, we don't have a choice.
You've
in
been
any of these
convinced.
things.
We do have a choice.
No, we
God damn it,
don't.
we have a choice.
Well, so you gotta no.
Yeah, see, that's just the Stockholm syndrome that is this podcast. That he's convinced you that you do not have a choice. You have a choice, Kenyon. That's gonna be the ultimate goddamn lesson that I learned from this. I can refuse to do things when older men try to pressure me into fucking.
Oprah did it, and she had like a lot more to live for than you,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Jesus Christ.
Worst case scenario, you're not able to walk up to your fucking your apartment that you share with 9 roommates or whatever.
Yeah.
All
But,
right.
So
So
we're gonna do it in your backyard. So what are you gonna? You're just gonna heat some coals up on the grill, and then I'm really kind of looking forward to the grilled food, to be honest, because he can't cook pretty well.
how bad that our lives are. We're like, that will be a cool cookout.
Yeah, I think I'm like,
Well, objectively,
so
the
you
burgers.
doing steak, chicken, fish?
Yeah, we're just like hanging out eating a burger. You're like, I get some birds for this. This is a damn fine steak. If you want to fucking make sure that I have to walk with a limp for the rest of my life,
Yeah.
eat this ribeye.
But this is a thing that anyone can do at any walk of life. But people like to treat it as like something more than just like a simple, like trick of science or whatever. Like that this person says He walked into the middle, stopped, reached down, pressed his hands against the burning ground, and said it was as if he had transcended heat itself.
Wait, but you said you can't stop on it, right?
You can't stop for like 10 seconds, but you can.
I mean, that sounds like that would take about 10 seconds. Is not a long.
That's
time.
not that long.
It's pretty long.
3 seconds of like sitting on that shit is gonna be like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, and he said after he walked, it was impossible to be rigid with his beliefs because one of his first beliefs was that fire burns, and when you walk
That's
on,
not a belief. That's a fact. That's a real thing that occurred. One of his, he was so in his head, he thought that fire burned stuff, and it's like, yeah, that's real.
but he said
That's
after
a primal fear.
he says, and then when you walk on fire, that belief evaporates. When a core belief like fire burns goes up in smoke, we begin to question everything that we believe.
Postmodernism, in a nutshell. I mean, that is first off, but you just said it's not that fire doesn't burn. You walked at a safe amount of coals quickly.
No, but the people that put this on,
Do they know about the science? Like, does
No.
Tony Robbins ever bring up the science? Or
No.
So this isn't mind over matter. It's just you can safely walk across.
Yeah, the same way
Yeah.
that you can, like, if you have a lighter, you can like pass your finger through it. It's like that kind of shit.
When-
It's not even impressive, really.
when Tim Robbins puts it on, he says he says that firewalking requires hours of mental training to be able to follow the rules to safely get through it.
I don't
And
know if that's necessarily
That's
not.
not true. That's not true, though, right? That's-
No, it's not
You
true.
just said if you followed it for 10 seconds, you get severe burns. So, maybe put some thought into the method of the walk. Yeah, maybe I'll think about it for a minute.
You do it
before-
backwards? Can we do ours? We should do it
You
backwards.
can do whatever you want on it.
We should go one forward, one backward.
This is Kwame's definitely. This is the last time. You see him. Body. This is it.
Will you do it back? If I do
Thing is,
one,
you're
if I do one backwards, will you do one backwards?
no,
Why not?
huh?
Why not?
Because we're already walking on coals. That's that's impressive.
You just got to move. You just got to move fast. Is what he's saying.
Yeah,
wait,
I'm-
do you
I'm
move fast
very-
or you move slow? Because you can't run.
You just walk at a normal pace.
Well,
I walk kind of fast. I'm a pacer.
Just don't run. Tony Robbins says to get through it, you have to have absolute certainty that you can and will succeed. And when you lose focus, that's when the fire starts to burn. Is how Tony
Sounds
Robbins.
like some weird revolution shit that you're saying. It's only when you lose focus that the fire will
Yeah.
burn.
So that's how he
The
tries.
revolution begins.
That's how he tries to like portray the firewalking thing when it's literally like anyone could do it.
So you're just saying you might invite your neighbors over and just be like, hey, you're trying to walk across these
Also,
coals.
are you you guys not have like anybody, a landlord, anybody that would get pissed about the fact that we're just doing weird shit in your
We
backyard?
sat
all
in the
goddamn-
backyard, scream daddy in a circle, which
Yeah.
I can't imagine helped
Yeah.
your image in the community. And then you're having a cookout. where
As
making
you're
people-
potentially just burning down people's homes. You're pouring fucking
Yeah.
hot coals in the goddamn grass in the middle of summer. They're just fucking walking on it.
yeah,
I mean, when I cook, I pour the coals out there. They gotta go somewhere, right?
But you're not supposed to do that, right? 'Cause can't that like start fires and shit?
No.
When you're at, like, when you're like, if you're at like the
put
beach,
them all the way out before I. Put
okay,
them
yeah,
there.
that's true. Yeah, if you're at the beach, you're getting in trouble for that shit.
No, you won't.
Yes, you will. If there's like sticks, you're just putting fucking hot coals in the middle of dead plants and shit.
what is this thing where he says like objectively weird statement that acts like it isn't weird? No,
do you mean?
pour coals wherever you want. Yeah.
Pour coals
What
all
is
over-
it? What is there to burn on the beach?
What do you say? If there's like bundles and stuff, you'll get in trouble for that shit. You're not allowed to do that.
Nothing on the beach will burn. You make a sand pit and put coals in there. What's gonna burn?
What do you say? You get in trouble for that shit. You can start fires.
I mean, you can get in trouble for jaywalking. Is that gonna stop you from doing that?
That isn't really.
That is not an
that's
argument.
not an
That is not an argument.
Yeah, this how somebody's like, yeah, you're right. I should smuggle that heroin.
You can get in trouble for
you
touching
make
it.
a West jaywalking over here. Everything's a crime.
There's like small things that you can get in trouble for, but that nobody follows.
Yeah.
And burning coals on a beach, same thing.
Your house is gonna get burned down. Your house is you're gonna kill 14 people in a fire.
It really is.
Have you ever had
Fuck
it?
up here.
Have you ever
This
had
is
it?
gonna be it's like so there were some podcasts where they just reviewed bad self help, but it's like we all burned alive. Like the field was on fire, the apartment building went down, we're like last screaming. Follow us on Stitcher as his last words as he burned in a they found their skeletons clinging to a business card that objectively was pretty cool.
But yeah. So people do put a lot more like physical and emotional like things on top of this firewalking. Like
I mean, I'm going to do that.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna get through this firewalk. Just gonna make up for not paying off any of my credit card bills.
yeah.
I'm gonna feel like real.
Well, they say that once you conquer the firewalking, you can literally conquer anything in your life.
Well, it's objectively not true. I'll still be me.
That's what you're
after
supposed
I'm done walking.
Still be a person who fucking firewalks.
Yeah.
but you'll be you, and you'll be like, so in another situation, they'll say, oh, you'll be like, yeah, I'm Kenyan, but I also beat fire. And so that's supposed
I didn't
to
beat fire. It's not. It's
Hey,
not
you
like
didn't beat fire. It's not
like
real.
my mom died in a fire, and I show up to fire like, you son of a bitch. I'm finally here to take you down once and for all.
That's how you're supposed to come away from it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had that thought even as a kid when you like go on like a huge road where you're like, fuck it, I could do anything because I did this one scary. But I've done enough scary things.
What super scary things have you like done and conquered, and no stories that involve drugs?
My whole life. Childhood. No.
Nothing like a firewalking, skydiving, like a thing where you're like, I'm gonna do this type thing.
No. You don't need to do that if you're poor. Because every day is skydiving. You're falling on the way to just fucking horrible future. So we're gonna publish the rest of your life. Screaming, and you're like, I don't need. Literally, your life's so good. You're like, yeah, I'll pay someone to take me in an airplane just like you know what fear is like. I'm like, I know what fear's like. Every goddamn day of my life.
That's why it's always just rich white people who do that shit with it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
this is, and I swear with sharks. I'm like, I'm swimming with sharks.
Yeah.
I'm swimming with sharks
I
for 20,
don't
20
need
fucking
it.
years.
If I have money, it's to make me feel better. I'm not gonna pay for the privilege of suffering. I definitely.
That's right, but you're just so rich. You're like, I wonder what it is to be sad.
Yeah.
I try to just do.
Yeah, I jumped out of an airplane. I didn't have Wi-Fi for a while. It was a real. Oh man! I mean, even joining a gym, it's like most of the planet's gym is just their life. They run a 3K to like get water. They literally are like, yeah, no, we do so many grueling tasks. We are fit. And we're like, what's walking upstairs like?
Also, like, I don't know how you could feel that good, because when Tony Robbins put these on, he has like each one that he does, he has like 7,000 people just in a line going through these fire.
Yeah, so you're like, oh well, a lot of people could do it.
Yeah, you look over and you see like you're like some like divorced like 50-year-old man, and you're like, if he can, like, what?
Yeah, you're like, fucking Melissa from The Office is doing it. Is it even impressive if everybody?
Motherfucker ate my sandwich the other day. Can do fucking firewalk. I can fucking firewalk.
Like you firewalk better than you can work at this goddamn company.
I was gonna say, yeah, if it's like there's the girl in the other department who I kind of have a crush on. Just letting yourself be burned to impress her.
Oh, literally, if it's like, no, you can't jump in that vat of gasoline. I'm like, no, I can totally do it. If there's a girl on the other end of the firewalk, I'll live there. I'm like, no, this is my place.
That's it. Just put a girl who's kind of cute at the end of the coal, and I'm like, I'll walk.
Yeah.
I'll walk to the goddamn.
No, you'll never be able to walk again. I'm like, but I'll be able to. It really would be like that is like every dude is a martyr for pussy. It really go down.
I firewalked a couple times.
Yeah. It really would be like a Che Guevara revolutionary. That's like, it's better to die on your feet than not get laid on your knees.
There is a couple news stories about people that do like get burnt.
Well, there is some element of danger that's like that makes the whole thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
What's the worst one that you found? Has it been when someone who's like died? Nobody's died from this shit, right?
No, they just
I'd
get.
rather be dead than
They just
have,
get-
severe burns on my- like they'd have to go into some story because then every conversation's like, "Hey, how's it going?" It's like, "Can you get to why your face looks like that though? Why does your face look like that? Can we talk about why your face looks the way it does? Because it's really bad." I wouldn't be able to. I'd have to say hi to people. Like I used to. Yeah, it was that I was on a firewalk and I had a couple too many beers at the barbecue. I slipped.
That is true, man. Like you fucking.
The worst thing that I think I read is that people just get first-degree burns on the bottom of their feet.
Well, it still would be bad. Right? I'd be able to.
They're just blisters that go away within a day.
Burns hurt,
basically.
man.
Yeah, he's got to just say like the worst thing that
Like
happens.
burns or not, burning yourself fucking hurts.
It does hurt, but that's not that bad.
I mean, yeah, when you literally
my
said
feet,
a
the
thing
things
that's
that I
bad
walk
and you made it
on?
yeah, sure, it's
Also,
pain,
yeah,
but
say a burn like on my arm. This is a burn on my feet. The things that I am walking and standing on all the fucking time.
Yeah, but you got calluses at the bottom of your feet.
Yeah, what? What's a callus again? Oh.
the calluses.
What's a callus?
That's a great metaphor. The fact that you don't know what a callus is.
What is a callus? It's like
It's
a
when you-
blister.
Well, so this is what you should have just in life, right? It's like when you like so your hands. I imagine are very soft because you've never challenged or done anything. But like if example you use the monkey bars at work, you crack up and you form a callus. You form like a hard layer on it. It's almost like a tolerance for.
Oh, okay. I see what
So
you're talking about.
yeah.
But still, as you burn your feet, it's gonna fucking hurt, man.
No, it's gonna suck. Cole's trying to minimize it, so we do it.
Yeah, he's trying to.
He's trying
Are
to.
you gonna do the goddamn firewalk?
Yeah.
I want to see you do it.
Okay. This won't be a big deal.
Can you give us an inch here? Because I feel like you minimize our fears.
Yeah.
You say you really just berate.
Very much an abusive podcast
Yeah,
relationship.
it's really
you don't
it is
really.
like you guys are nothing. And
Yeah.
why are you even scared of this? I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, well, am I crazy for being scared of fire? I'm like, no, I'm right. Damn it.
trying to fucking gaslight me into thinking that this crazy shit is normal.
Yeah.
But so there's one time Tony Robbins hosted it, and they said 30 people got first degree burns.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot of
That's
people.
a pretty sizable amount. That would be an incident.
And
That would be that would be a news article.
Yeah.
so there was a witness that there was news
The
articles
fact
on
that
it.
you're using words like witness means it was pretty fucking
Means
bad.
it was a crime of some sort.
Yeah, a witness says he heard screams of agony coming from the park.
Oh my god.
And you want to casually do this in your backyard with coals.
Yeah, but someone
you gonna line
someone
them
who
up?
was there said that basically someone held up the line of people going through the coals.
Instead of jumping off, you go, no, I'll just wait. I'll just wait in this traffic stop of hot coals.
And they said they held up the line because they stopped to take a selfie of them in the middle of walking through the coals.
You deserve to be burned. You deserve. You shouldn't be able to walk towards a phone if that's what you're gonna do is take a selfie.
But yeah, they also said
You mean they held up? Why would you not? Takes like 10 seconds.
Like walk. Yeah, no, fire.
Yeah, why would I not? I would just jump off. I'm not gonna sit there. And be
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah,
let me see what's holding up everybody.
I was like, what's going on? Traffic. The city's so congested, it's really falling apart. The new mayor needs to put in a new highway.
But Tony Robbins said that they got burned because they didn't believe in themselves enough.
That is
Such an evil.
some fucking cult leader shit.
That
That's some Jim Jones like, well, it's only because you don't believe in the cause that your flesh is still belonging to the devil.
the flesh of man instead of the flesh of God.
Yeah. It's like, well, that's insane.
Or they said the guy who chopped wood was angry when he was chopping the wood, and the anger manifested itself.
Wait, what, they
and the-
walk on burning wood? What do you mean?
Coal's made from burning wood.
I didn't know that.
No, not
Did you know that?
not trying to be crazy.
Did you know that?
Yeah. What?
Come on, but
what-
that's an out there. I wouldn't have known that.
How coals are made?
I didn't know what coals are made with my fucking.
What did you think? Did you think there was literal coal?
I thought you were mining them or something, like a coal miner.
You think we were taking raw coal?
Okay, coal miners, right? So I thought it was like a mineral or some shit.
You thought that
A mineral that
you
burns.
thought coal just throws coal down on the grill.
Well, I thought
burns.
Obviously, there'd be different types of coals. Obviously,
Man,
coal. Am I crazy? Coal miners. All right. So you mine the coal. It's like a mineral, and then they process it, whatever the fuck, so that people can use it, and then you.
does it?
That's what you use
does it
cookies-
hurt to dig,
I wouldn't think it's-
yourself into a hole this hard?
I would think it's wood.
Is it? Does it?
Oh,
is
come
it
on.
exhausted?
Wood, that is out there that it would be wood.
What do you mean? Most
What do you-
most
when you-
fires are
when you
made
have
from
a fire. What are we grabbing a big bag of coal or do we get wood? Any fire you've been around in your
But
life.
coal.
When you have a fire, what do
Why
people
would coal be made from what? What are coal miners doing? They're mining coal, right?
You burn that in mass to power very large things.
And that's not the same kind of coal as the coal that you're using for your.
No.
But do both of those come from wood?
Okay.
No, right?
You know that coal doesn't come from wood though.
What do you mean?
Like the coal that we dig out of the ground.
Yeah, that doesn't come from wood. But the coal that you use on the grill does come from wood.
The American public school system is
I'm
a
really not.
complete.
I'm really not understanding a lot. Of
Really, this is a tax-paid.
this. I'm not getting the. We'll talk about it because this is interesting. I'm learning a lot about coals. What were you saying?
You need to
before?
walk your way to a textbook.
I don't know. It's your fucking.
You need to
I
walk.
know this shit's made from wood.
So yeah, this happened at two of Tony Robbins events. That 20 or 30 people burned themselves.
Wait, can you sue him for that? Well, I assume he
No, you
makes
sign
like
you sign a liability thing.
Yeah.
They're not gonna.
Should we?
Yeah. So where's my liability?
Should we consult a lawyer at some point?
Oh yeah, because
I do kind of want to sue you eventually.
Yeah, you do have some money. I kind of want to burn myself and take this whole goddamn.
The most.
I want
the
your
only way
fucking
to be
paycheck.
successful in this podcast is if we hurt ourselves to the point where we could sue Cole.
I'm taking everything. I want the guy.
Oh,
I'm taking the podcast. Split the podcast 50-50. I want the cats. I want shows. I'm taking everything that you fucking have.
Yeah. There was also another time at a office team building thing when like 20 people got burned, It was like a medium.
It's just a crisis. You're like, they wouldn't do anything. You're like, you've just listed like 4 times or like 40 employees.
Well,
What's that day at the Monday look like? Where he's like, okay, so not all ideas are great. We have to test.
This was 20 managers of a KFC chain that did this.
Oh well, that's not anything.
Well,
worse
that's
than
definitely
their
not the
life.
worst thing they've ever done.
Yeah,
in their
yeah,
life.
yeah.
That's probably not the fucking.
How could you even tell? They're probably so bruised already. It didn't even matter.
Yeah, how much could you inspire a manager of a KFC chain? Like,
If he's truly inspired, he would just quit his job. He would just
like, I'm
like go
fucking-
do something else. He's like, I feel like I can conquer anything. I feel like I don't have to work at KFC ever again.
You like KFC? It's pretty damn good. It's
They
amazing.
used to have a root beer tap.
It's not. It's good. It's not amazing.
Yeah, we're trash. I really love
that
KFC.
much chicken for like $8.
I like a bucket of chicken.
a bucket
I
of
like a
chicken.
bucket.
Understand?
I had to say-
I can buy a bucket from a
I
drive-thru.
want to. If I went with, I want showing up. You know how much we've conquered as species.
I mean, a gallon. So
I buy chicken by the bucket load, motherfucker.
You can get buckets of chicken elsewhere. That's better and
No,
cheaper.
but it's
It ain't the
something-
same as that
there's something
KFC
that-
bucket.
like
Yes.
Harold's. Harold's is a lot better and cheaper.
That's Chicago chicken. Yeah, but that's expensive, man. I want some KFC.
I said it was cheaper.
What do you say?
It's you can get.
grow up with any of this
Harold's
shit.
ain't better than no
I'm
KFC.
going up to a KFC, grabbing a root beer from the
Fucking Tampa.
tap.
We don't got no Harold's, baby. We got Tampa, Florida, fucking KFC bucket chicken, baby.
Oh God, it was such a like you knew what you were doing was awful,
And that's kind of why it's good, because you're like, I like how shitty
you're like,
this.
oh, we're fucking up, but it's gonna be so. Because every now and then your mom's tired from coming home from work, and life sucks, family's in trouble. She's like, you want to go to KFC? You're like, as a matter of goddamn fact, get that bucket of chicken at home.
Oh, it's the acknowledgement of just being like, you know what, this shit sucks.
You know
And
what?
I'm
Fuck
okay
this.
with that. I'm
KFC
okay
should
with
go,
it.
fuck it. That should be the slogan. KFC should just be. the
I feel
slogan.
like Taco Bell and KFC are the two chains that do that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Remember when KFC had that sandwich that was the buns were fried chicken?
That is the most bullshit.
Like they really,
wait, what was it?
They had a sandwich where and the funniest thing is there was a sketch on SNL making fun of how fat America was. It's like so preposterous that there would be a sandwich where the buns were fried chicken, and then KFC made a sandwich.
Yeah, KFC
What-
really
what
leans
was the middle?
into
Oh, I think it was just.
fried chicken skin.
Oh no, it was just more meat. But it was saying you don't need any of this. You don't need any of
What's
this
the actual
communist
food?
bread. You could actually be eating.
Honestly,
chicken.
though, that's probably healthier.
No, like keto wise, it's a great sandwich.
But yeah,
How monstrous it is
KFC and Taco
to
Bell.
use an animal to make a sandwich of itself. Use your arm and just throw your fucking chest in the
Dude,
middle.
it was literally. I thought that like it was a sign of the apocalypse. Like when I saw that on TV, I'm like, our society is over. Like we're done. Like the Satan's about to just crawl out of the ground and appear.
Oh my fucking
Well, remember, like
That is
KFC
incredible.
also had the chalupa that was just a fried chicken.
Oh, you're talking about Taco Bell did.
Yeah, Taco
But
Bell.
I like
that's
how
so
very
weird.
well we're
First
supposed
of all,
to-
don't
that's
bullshit.
that's
You
Taco
ordered
Bell.
that.
Yeah, it was
I
decent.
hung out with you, and you
Actually, so
ordered
have I.
that in front of me one
So
time.
have I, and it was good. It was great. Taco Bell is
Turned an
good.
animal. That is.
Taco Bell's
But
good.
I'm not. I mean, I eat meat and shit, but that is something that should be. You should not be allowed to turn an animal into other food. You should not be able to take a cow and make it into a fucking bun.
I mean, what
It's
it-
fucking horrific.
like a
seen it.
sausage is.
Yeah,
they,
I mean that's really
they just take
altering
it-
the shape.
they just
Yeah, I mean, when you were using chicken as a fucking taco, you're a monster. You're a monstrous.
Dude,
fucking
I love me some Taco Bell, dude.
Oh, I fuck with Taco.
It's also
Taco Bell.
so cheap. It's like 69.
So good.
Taco Bell just is leaning into what it is so hard. Because
Oof. I mean,
McDonald's is like, we serve salads now. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's not what we're
shut
here
the
for.
fuck up. You
McDonald's.
know what the
Shut
fuck
up.
the shit is.
It's kind of like when your trashy friends like, I'm getting sober, and it's like, you're not getting fucking
You're
sober.
not getting sober.
Shut the fuck up, McDonald's, and have a beer.
Taco Bell is food can cost 37 cents.
Yeah, you're, like,
Fucking-
you're like, fuck it. I've literally thought I'm gonna ball out and spent $4 to $5 to Taco Bell and eaten like 5 things and felt like shit, like a train hits you in the stomach. But so if I could do that, I could firewalk because I firewalk with my colon every goddamn day. I take my colon through the coals. I take my colon. My colon is tripped and fallen and got 3rd-degree burns. Well, I guess we're gonna try to walk through these coals and see
Yeah.
if we're better.
well, yeah, it should be easy. Like I was saying, it's a very popular corporate team building event.
You're really trying to make us feel like we're part of a corporate team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You said that like 18 times as if we would be like, oh, I'm like one of them now.
Oh, along with firewalking, they do glass walking.
I feel like that's
What is
like
glass walking?
What the fuck do you think?
What?
Well, what do you think it is?
Well, I know what I think it is. I want to know how the fuck is.
It literally in the
is it-
title
but
says
but there's no science. It's like no, but if you walk a little bit, the glass will. No, glass walking is gonna fucking cut you.
Yeah.
No, there's science about.
Did they just like break a large portion?
Well, when you just break wine bottles. But
That's like big sharp pieces of fucking.
yeah, but they spread it so it's like flat, so it's walking on like.
Also, I like how you said you just break wine bottles, which would also be how I would describe most marriages. They just break wine bottles. Big of a deal.
Yeah, so you just spread the glass right in front of you, and apparently it's like kind of walking on the instead of the edges of the knife, like the blades of the knife, so it doesn't.
Unless you fuck up and run, and then you're. Also, what is? How are they? They're just taking these risks with their employees. Well, I'm just gonna hope that
Also,
Karen doesn't run and just shred her fucking legs to pieces. Jeez.
These honestly they just kind of sound like hazing, like
Yeah, it
rituals.
sounds like
Because then you're gonna get back to the office and be like, oh, here's the pitch. You didn't firewalk the other. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't be better off. I think if I was in an office and walked glass, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to work here anymore. I feel like I never thought, I'm like, I need to get a new career.
Have you guys ever done any like team building office things?
No, they didn't. I'm a temp. They don't even want to make eye contact with
Never
us.
worked.
They're trying to make it clear that we are not a team.
Oh yeah,
I've never worked in an office.
Every interaction, it's very much like we could replace you in it. It's
yeah.
don't get too. It's like how they tell you not to name
Well, I
pigs.
had a we had like a court like a company going out thing in my job like 2 months ago. I went there and I got way too high and then I awkwardly went home.
Yeah,
Where'd you go?
We went to Whirly Ball. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Have you done that
I've
before?
done similar things.
No.
I worked at a place where we go like bowling, but it's also like when I'm off, why the hell would I want to hang out with you people?
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be like a team. Like you're supposed to build camaraderie with your team.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I get drunk, I talk shit about you guys. I'm not gonna get.
Yeah.
They always or anytime there's like free booze at a workplace, it's almost like an enhanced interrogation technique. You know, I'm like you're trying to get info out.
I
Like, so you guys ever notice anyone like taking too long a break or something? Like that? And they're just like, yeah, I'm not falling for this bullshit. You're gonna offer me a fucking beer at lunch? Like this is cool. You're trying to.
You guys have beer at your job?
No, but occasionally, like for St. Patrick's Day, they've had like there's like a cool office movement coming out.
Oh yeah, we have
feedback
kegs at
to-
our office.
That's bullshit.
Like
kegs at
we
your fucking
have
office?
like drafts that we can just like get a draft of like some new beer that they're testing.
Is there a limit or you could just?
No, there's no limit.
They don't even drink. They just pour it on minimum wage workers. They just think it's fun.
That's fun.
It's actually just a hose, and they spray it on waiters downstairs and make them drink it.
Yeah.
It's actually the.
like they'll come out with they feature different breweries every week in our like draft, and
That's how much money you have. People are advertising to you while you're at work. They want that fucking nest egg, dude. No one gives a shit. No, I eat a fucking bologna sandwich I made a week before alone in a break room, and fucking
yeah.
that's it.
No, I asked the people at my job who make the food if I can get a chicken tender sandwich. And you're drinking fucking craft beer.
Yeah.
I was
Can't even afford crap beer.
You're not. You don't have a job. You're a supervillain. That's what-
Yeah.
You're fucking,
Yeah, it really is the break
Your
room.
job is to try to kill Superman. Is what-
Really,
that's
the
your goddamn
break room
job.
of the Illuminati. We also have sea turtle eggs just hanging out that you just fucking eat.
I was looking up some more team building activities that some office people do, and there's one called Truth Train, and it's when
Truth Train.
so everyone sits in a circle and says what they don't like about the other people they
I'm
work with.
pretty certain that was like in an HBO documentary about Scientology. What the fuck are you talking about? A truth train?
I hate
But
my
you know-
life. I don't like working here.
You say what you don't like about yourself or about other people?
Other people that you work with.
I
That's
feel like-
fucking monstrous. That's evil. That's evil.
No, but you can't tell the truth about because the office. I don't know if you've ever felt
You're
this.
playing a version of yourself. You're not.
The office
not-
it's one of the fakest and grossest environments to work in because you have to be so weirdly polite and so quiet because and it's not like, dude, working in a kitchen is fun as shit because everyone knows
Kitchens are amazing. Everyone's
exactly
just fucking,
what their life is.
bullshitting. They're
And
fucking
then
around.
you're screaming, your slurs are coming out. Like, who
When I
gives
would
a fuck?
work in kitchen,
We
our
don't have
manager,
healthcare.
where I worked at like McDonald's in high school, our managers would be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go outside and like smoke some weed if you guys want to." Like, it's like that kind of shit.
It's so fun. And then in office, it's just kind of like you can't even, you start getting a little wacky in conversation. Everyone's like, whoa, look at this guy. It would be a genuine person for a second. Get back to some. Because literally when people like joke about like, isn't it Monday? It's the most surface level bullshit that's ever. Like you walk in there, you're like, it's almost Friday. I'm like, this is what we the only thing we have to talk about is the fact that this is almost over. That's our entire connection.
So you guys aren't like cool in your office and shit?
I'm cool with the other temp. Yeah, I'm cool with people that.
Is there like an underclass of temp guys?
Every job I've ever had, I get along with the people that are on my level talking shit about people above us. I'm like kind of a Bolshevik.
You're a revolutionary motherfucker.
Yeah. Like we're getting down to get they have like free bagels on Fridays, and I go with the mailroom people, and I'm always joking around. I'm like, isn't fucking Adam the worst? And we're just and like joking, and I always make fun of the manager.
You saying his name on
I don't give a fuck if he Adam McNeely. He sucks. He's terrible. He works with Ipsos, and he's terrible, dude. He won't make look. I hope you hear this podcast. I hope you look me in the fucking eyes for once in your life.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. What were you? You better hope this podcast takes off.
I hope he listens.
You're fired. So what were you saying, Cole?
I can fuck. I work with a temp agent, so put me in another one. You know how hilarious it would be? I feel a point of pride if you listen to my pod. Also, that means he's like 27 minutes in.
That is true.
He's like deep in the pod. This is the middle of the pod episode. You'd have to listen to the pod very deep in. At this point, he's already kind of invested. I feel like I've made him laugh enough that he kind of forgive me. He'd be like, honestly, you should reflect on yourself.
Yeah. Also, another team building activity I saw, they had everyone on the team take a big gulp of soda and then spit the soda in another employee's mouth.
That's not even that's disgusting.
That's fucking
that's a fetish video. That's a nightmare.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
But they
Spitting soda.
Would you rather do that?
Lord's name.
Would you rather do that or walk on fire?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think I'd rather walk on coal. I'd rather take the coals.
Fucking.
I'm not gonna swallow anything that came
I'd
out of
rather
Quavit's
like
body.
potentially get burns than like turn on my manager. Like spitting on his face.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
But I looked it up and it says
It feels like a Japanese video. Like I don't know why. I just envisioned. I envisioned blurred out faces in Japanese.
I looked all this stuff up and it says that instead of, like paying money to do these like team building activities, employee motivation mostly just depends on how well they're paid.
Yeah.
So,
No. You really want to build a team, pay them more money, and they're like, yeah, I'll pretend to like you.
All right, we're back this week. Kenyon.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Oh, come on.
Don't you fucking talk to me.
It doesn't hurt
like
that bad.
Shut up.
It
You didn't
doesn't
even
hurt
do
that
it.
bad.
You didn't even. This is the thing. Well, I mean, you're not even a part of the
It doesn't hurt
podcast.
that bad.
You're not even a
There's
part.
no way it's a. You gotta
It's like
be.
a 7 out of 10.
You think 7 out of 10?
We didn't do it. I'm gonna go out on a limb.
You know what? I will.
Shut up.
I will.
You don't get to
I will
talk.
agree with you. I will agree with you because I watched you do it and I was like, I'm not gonna do that because that looks pretty painful.
Yeah. Well, let's set the scene. So currently we're in my living room. Kenyon, his feet are soaking in a pan of milk.
For medical reasons.
And he was.
Yeah.
I mean, you got inside and you were screaming. I mean,
It was.
you were fucking hurt.
So we did. I mean, we did everything right. We got very drunk, barbecuing.
Made some great. Cole made some amazing fucking.
You
steak.
made steak that was, dare I
Phenomenal
say,
steak.
almost worth the 2nd-degree burns that I have. And then
You think you got all the way to 2nd degree?
I'm gonna. The thing is, it was much like a relationship where at first it hurt, but I didn't realize just how bad. And then I walked in here, and with every passing second that I talk to you, it feels worse and worse.
Yeah. I also did the coal walk too. It was bad.
Well, I mean,
Well, you did it pretty calm. Like Kenyon ran, but you like you were the first one to go, and you kind of like Terminator walked across, and I was like, oh, so it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, I made it so it didn't look that bad, so you guys would do it. But inside, I was like, this is the worst. But if
he was like a dad during the Great Depression. Where he's like, I gotta put on a good face to get my family through the.
yeah, because I knew you guys wouldn't do it if I
saw
was
you walk across, and I was like,
screaming.
oh, I could do this. And then you like and you ran and like came out screaming. I was like, I can't fucking. This looks
yeah.
like-
As soon as we did everything right. Getting really drunk. The offices do not just pour coals from a
There's
barbecue.
no way. Dude, it was on fire. There were like 3 parts where like
It was on fire.
That is legitimate fire.
And then we were like, well, we'll wait 10 minutes, and then that will just cure.
We waited like 20 minutes to try to like let it cool down, and that shit was on. When you did it, it was still like on fire.
And then Cole calmly put on a calm face. I kind of did the same thing I've been doing for the last 22 years, where I was like, this seems terrible, but I guess I'll go
Scream
through
and you
it.
run.
I guess I'll just paint. I'll just go through it. And as soon as I walked in, I was like, this was a Classical mistake. Tried it. You speed up. That somehow makes it worse. And it was all around horrible.
No, I did like a half hop. I touched it for a second, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm done."
That's kind of also what you did with the idea of success.
Well, that's pretty much what I do with everything that I commit myself to. I
Yeah.
put one foot in, and I say,
but
"This seems a little bit too difficult," and I jump the fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah. You should jump the fuck off this pod. You haven't even. I drank piss.
Hey,
I got
hey,
burned.
hey, look at you.
You have
And
nothing.
you understand? I have played it safe for 25 episodes. And
You're just.
I am currently sitting on a couch next to a man whose feet are quite literally melting in a bowl of milk. And I don't. Let me say this. I don't feel like I want to switch places. You seem like you're in fucking deep agony.
But the thing is,
I'm
it's
doing
like
fine.
you're also a loser.
Yeah.
But
You don't even have the redemption of
understand this.
bravery.
When I wake up tomorrow, my skin will still be on my feet.
Yeah, but you're just.
We are like we went through Vietnam. You're
Guess what? And guess
you're
what?
Trump with his bone
I was
spurs.
in Canada, baby. I was living it up. I was smoking weed and hanging out with fucking mounties and mooses and shit.
no
you
one
guys
no one
feel-
respects you
Do
anymore.
you feel? Hey,
I never respect you,
You know
to
what
begin with, but I
okay,
respect
okay.
you even.
You know what I respect? Having my legs after 1970s. What do you feel mentally better?
No.
You don't have what was it supposed to increase confidence and all that kind of shit, right?
You're not
Yeah.
the host. Like you're.
I'm the only one who's not burned. I was asking you how it feels.
I mean, it feels. I mean, it increases regret in the last 5 years of my life, and then how the fuck did I get here, and why the fuck am I doing
Well,
this?
you're supposed to
and why-
believe that once you go over the fire, you can do anything.
Now I literally can't walk. Now I literally can't. I can't do most things. Gonna go to the.
You have to feel a little braver, right?
You know, I was actually going. I was on a streak where I was going to the gym, and I'm not even gonna be able to do that anymore.
I know you can't exercise.
This podcast.
Are you gonna be able to
ruined
work
my
tomorrow?
Who knows?
Who
knows?
What time we gotta work? Like 9 a.m.
6:20
Oh, that's fucking.
a.m. in the morning. So yeah, this has made my life dramatically worse. Normally, I'm a pain.
There's no way that's how. I don't know how they do it.
No, I mean they definitely.
Or is the path longer? Or is the coals or
I see when I see it, it's like smashed up, and there's a procedure.
Well, that's right. Because you wanted to put. Cole said that we should put the path.
Well, I'm pretty
He
sure.
said to just make a fucking pile, and I was like, that is gonna like kill us.
Pretty sure they
so I made a
alter the
split.
coals. They don't just pour
No,
coals on
well,
the grave.
I'm pretty sure they don't grill a steak and then just dump the coals on the ground and then walk on them. I think they wait a couple hours.
That shit was
So
fucking
I
hot.
want to. Where was this reflection before we burned ourselves?
Well,
Where
and that's another thing. Let's point out that he had all this confidence before he's like, "I'll do it." And then we got out there, and he made a, like 45 minutes of 45 minutes. He was like, "I don't think we should do that." And I'm like, "Oh fuck you! You were talking all
a
this."
basketball game he had tomorrow.
Yeah,
bullshit.
exactly.
It wasn't. I didn't have confidence in it. It's just I knew that it wasn't going to turn out well. I could tell. I don't know.
Oh, by the way, you seeing a thing on fire and then being like, maybe if I walk across this is going to be great.
It's like I don't. Yeah.
We don't even have words. We literally are so injured we're not able to talk. I kind of had that when I came in here. I'm like, don't even fucking look at me.
Both of your feet are completely fucked. But Cole, you only got one.
One's way worse than the other.
Okay,
but
but you
I-
said you only have one, right?
Yeah. One of mine is bad. The other is fine.
But it currently feels like I'm at like you know when you're just warming up, like you want your eggs to cook kind of slow. That's how I feel just baseline.
Oh my fucking god.
Like it's just a
So
little bit.
it's painful, right? It's still like a 7 out of 10, or it's like gone down a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's probably like a 5.
That's still pretty bad.
I'm in pain.
Burn wise, that's pretty.
I'm in pain.
That's like I can't really sleep.
I'm
right
gonna take an Uber home and find the courage to explain to my uncle what I did today.
now.
And he's just gonna be like, "What'd you?" I'm like, "Oh, you know the podcast?" He's gonna say,
Mm.
"No," like most people.
Oof.
Never heard of your podcast.
So there's no. You don't feel like you can do anything. You don't think you can, like skydive or.
I feel like I can quit this podcast. I feel like I
Swim-
finally have the confidence.
thing
to
is-
quit this podcast.
If I didn't get burned at all, I still wouldn't feel. I would feel like, oh yeah, that's what should have happened. Like
What do you
I feel like this was more of
Well,
a
if- well,
challenge.
because the whole thing.
Like
that
we
they're
should
saying-
feel like we overcame something
Yeah,
more, right?
Because we burned ourselves.
Yeah.
yeah. Because we literally injured ourselves for a pod.
True.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is
like those people didn't even get. We still conquered fire, right?
Yeah,
but
no, we
just
literally did.
we just got hurt along the way, right?
Yeah, no, other people, they did like the safe bullshit,
Yeah.
PC culture ruining our country method. And we literally are, I mean, I'm sitting in a pan right now. Like, I won't be able to walk for a week. I mean, it shows that I'm willing to
You
do,
don't feel braver?
Well, I think I'm willing to do everything, like drink, piss, walk in fire, everything except sit down and write for comedy. You know, I mean, that pretty much shows everything I'm willing to do.
Yeah. I also learned that, I don't know, Kwame's like the last person I'd ever have on my squad.
Oh,
Like for any
for really in general.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm turncoat.
I really,
I'm not,
I've never respected you less, and I've seen you ask almost everyone I know if they're going to finish that, referring to their leftover fries with a wrapper on it.
And you know what, baby? You walk out unscathed.
No, but you've let me. You shouldn't even.
Yeah,
the
what you
process.
understand is that when you
You're off.
sing
You know the
to,
logo.
when
You're
you
off the
s-
logo.
when
You're off.
you
You're not
sing
even on the
to-
logo anymore.
When you sing to, you don't got to do it. It looked fucking painful. I saw you do it, and I was like, I can't fucking. This looks awful. I tried to do it. I tried to do the little hop method, and it shit burned. I fucking hopped off of it. You screamed. You got off and you screamed.
Yeah,
in agony.
I was in pain.
You screamed in agony, and I was
That's
like, "There's
what people
no,
do when they're in
there's
pain.
no." I walked up to the shit. I was shaking, partially because it was fucking 30 degrees outside. I was shaking. I was like, I can't do this shit. It's awful.
So would you recommend firewalking to people
No, not even remotely.
No.
in a controlled situation?
I don't even know what the fuck that looks like.
So what if you had walked through it, you didn't feel any pain, you went through it? Would you recommend that to people?
But I'd also recommend that in the same way I just recommend walking to play. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, yeah.
But as like a
You don't feel brave and shit.
I feel like an idiot. I feel like a
But
person.
it's not what bravery is though.
At a
no.
certain level.
At a
no.
certain level, it's kind of the same. You're like, I'm gonna do this thing, and
Yeah, but then you succeed. All I did was burn myself.
You did succeed. You walked across.
No, I did. I sort of did what can only be described as a miserable skip.
You didn't hop up. You ran across. I mean, you succeeded. I mean, you did what Coles are meant to do, which is burn.
But that's because the fastest way through over it was through it. Like, I don't know. Once you took one step on it, it was easier just to go straight through even though your feet were on fire. Right? Like it was
I know you weren't supposed to go fast, but there was like no way in hell to just do it at all. And I was like, this needs to be over as of now.
But so I actually feel like this was, so we went into it, we knew that it was potentially dangerous, right?
It was on fire, Cole. Don't you say potentially dangerous. I asked you multiple times if we needed to put some of it out, and you said, nah, we'll be good.
We knew this wasn't ideal conditions
That is
for a
such
firewalk.
that is such an overstatement. It's insane.
Yet we still did it. Right? That's something.
No,
It's not brave. I mean, that's not really bravery.
It's just
That's
stupidity.
not really bravery. Yeah.
In evolution, our
I mean,
kind would be
that's
dead.
equivalent. Yeah, you load a revolver with 5 and
Yeah.
6 bullets. And you, like, you point
The
at your
thing-
face. You're like, I knew it was potentially dangerous, but I still blew my fucking head off.
We would be dead or we would be rich.
No.
You
What?
gotta take
What do you
those
mean rich?
chances.
What do you mean rich? What does that mean?
Like, I mean, you'll probably never take a chance to.
Shut the fuck up. You're sitting here in agony and you're like, well, at least I am the rich man. You're trying to make him some fucking fable. You're sitting here burned to shit.
Like, there's choices you make that.
What choices led you? Because you make way too much money to be walking on hot cold. Like if we miss
Yeah,
work,
but at some
if,
point,
if you miss work, like an entire website does not work tomorrow. Like what made you think it was okay?
but at some point
for you to do
just
this?
you make money. Like you see videos of those people in Saudi Arabia just like doing crazy stuff with their cars, right? Like potentially dangerous. Like at some point you make so much money that you're just like, who cares, right?
Are you comparing yourself to like a Saudi Arabian prince? Like, do you
Have you seen those videos of some of the richest people alive?
But when I'm with you guys,
At
I
a
feel like
certain point,
I
it's
feel
like
like
you-
a Saudi
you
and
own-
Arabian prince. Just based on how you guys live, like the relative, like
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just made steak casually beforehand, and we were really impressed by it.
yeah.
To be honest with you, it was extremely painful. I'm in agony. I won't probably be able to do the things I want to do at all this week or possibly ever again.
Yeah,
But I'm going to say this right now, Cole. I would rather do that than pay the price of a steak at Gibson's. I would rather walk across. If it was like a $60 bill and then those Coles, I'd be like, how many times?
Plus, I'd rather walk across those coals than be Kwame. So
Fuck you. All right. I didn't walk across the goddamn. It was fucking painful. I stepped on one of the coals.
I would walk on those
stepped on
coals.
one of the coals and I said, "This shit fucking hurts," and I'm out. You're not gonna say to make me. You're not gonna say to make me look like an asshole. Like I'm a dumbass for not burning the shit out of my goddamn feet.
I would sit in a hot tub full of coals rather than
Go
live
fuck you.
rather
Go
than live
fuck
your
yourself.
fucking life.
Go fuck yourself.
How did you? You were basically charcoal.
Go
Why
fuck
did it
yourself.
matter?
This shit look terrible. Shit look terrible.
It would have just looked
Go
like a
fuck
family
yourself.
reunion if you
Go
walked on
fuck
it.
yourself, you son of a bitch. I hope your goddamn feet fall off in your fucking sleep tonight. I hope you never walk again, you miserable son of a bitch.
I am in legitimate pain.